there's so many details about Larry's death that it's gonna have to be scattered because there's so much to remember about it, honestly. Let's see here. When they first banned me from seeing him, they said, I know we didn't have lice. I know we did it because I got the thing that zapped and let you know if you had it or not, alright? I fucking did what I was supposed to do, and we did not have it. They said that he had skin. I mean, I don't know. That's why I need the fucking medical records, but I can't even get the medical records to get to the bottom of the truth. And that's why I'm having such a hard fucking time dealing with this and coping with it. And that's why I suppressed it, because I didn't have any answers. I didn't find out how he died until at least a month and a half afterwards, after his best friends. They even banned his best friend. Okay, that's where I was getting to earlier. Respecting people's wishes when they fucking die, dude. That was that person's life. You do what they would have wanted you to do, not what you want to do. You do everything in your power to think like that person and what they would want done. And those people did not do that. They did not let me, the woman he loved, or his son go to the funeral. They did not let us have ashes. They didn't even let me be the survivor. They put Boston in there, thank God, but they didn't let me even be a survivor. They put his ex-girlfriend as a fucking survivor, dude. They used my pictures, my fucking pictures, right? They used my pictures and cropped me out of them. Even though he's unaware of these things, that's what kills me the most. Not it hurting me, but how much it would fucking hurt him to know what his family did. Like when they were keeping me away from seeing him, they kept me away from everything. And the man I love that I had this beautiful son with, and I can't even know the complete details of it all. All I know are bits and pieces here and there, and these bits of information are from pathological liars, and I literally think that's true after all that was done and said. And I even went to the doctor that day with the whole lice scabies situation, and like I knew I didn't have it, but I was going to get the fucking documentation to take it up there to prove to them that because he was so sick that it was only it went down to the technological or the technicalities of it all. And since he signed his rights over his mom, since we were not married, and Danny, his best friend's girl, was gonna even marry us, and I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to marry him under the circumstances to get rights to his life. I didn't want to marry him because we had to push his family out. I wanted to marry him the right way, and I didn't want it to be like that. So that's why I didn't do it, even though it could have somehow given me some authority in the situation, which I don't even know if I could have gotten it like that. I probably couldn't have anyways. But, so I went to the doctor, and I took it up there, and they still wouldn't let me see him. The next day, I couldn't even call because they said they moved him to a different room, and his sister told me that he couldn't have visitors there, and it just didn't sound right. Like, I wanted to believe her because I didn't want to think that she would lie to me, but the right side of my brain, the logical side, the part where I listen, and I've been in a lot of situations, and I know, like, just like every other human being, like, things, that people are allowed to get visitors in the hospital, and even when I was quarantined, I got visitors, so why wouldn't he allowed to have visitors? There's at least visiting hours. I couldn't even call myself to find out, honestly, because I had already tried the day before and they kicked me out. And then now I'm finding out, oh, here we go again. So I can see him or I can't. Is it the family not letting me see him, or is it the actual hospital? It was the family the entire time. And you know what? I wish they could at least been fucking man enough to fucking own up to it. Honestly, that would make me feel a lot better to say, yeah, we didn't want you to see him, and be directly honest, because I was jealous of his love for you. That's what it was. Down bottom line, they were jealous of him loving me, and they wanted to be the center of attention. It wasn't about him. It was not about attention at all. It was about this man is dying. He is laying there dying, and they were causing me to make it about myself when I didn't want it to be about myself. And that made me so fucking furious that they were pulling that out of me. Like, no, I don't need to be making this drama. We need to be focusing all of our energy together in on him and helping him pull through this. Because we could have. Man, fucking the stress kills people. I did a project on it, coping with stress, in 7th grade, we went into Huntsville Middle. Fucking, that's why, when I went, okay, so Danny called and find out. And she's like, Chelsea, I'm coming to get you. You're going to go see your husband. You're going to go see him. And because there's visiting hours. And I'm like, scared the whole time. Because I knew it was them not letting me see him. And I knew that they were going to do everything in their power to not. And make sure I didn't. Get in there, and they've got a code on it. But thank God that woman let me see him, because he could have died the next day on the operating table, because his kidneys were failing. He had pneumonia. That's why he was intubated. What else? He had the lining of the staph infection had gotten into his blood, so he was septic. He got staph into his blood from shooting up using dirty needles instead of a fresh, clean needle every time. That's why the needle exchange, people, they're going to use the needles. You're not going to stop them. They're going to get their drugs in their veins some way or another. That's why we got to stop the war on drugs. That's why we have to, it's proven to work. It might spike up, but it will go down. And we need the needle exchange either. It's better that they get high their whole life with a fresh needle than die from using a dirty one. Now, some of you might say they're scum and they deserve to die. Fuck you, and never watch anything I got to say again. Because I don't want you to agree with me. I don't want you on my side. You need to fucking go if you fucking think anybody deserves to die. Because nobody deserves to die. Nobody. I don't care. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Get the picture done. So, his best friend Jordan, he didn't shed a tear for me. And you think I'd be upset about that, but I'm not. Because it makes me happy that he loved his best friend that much. I mentioned that I was going to give one of his rocks to him. He loved him. He stole this one from my Nana's that's sitting right over there. I'm going to give it back to her and say, Larry took this while he was working, but can I still have it since he took it in remembrance of him? He was a good guy. He was much better than me. He was no thief like I was. I was a kleptomaniac. But I'm controlling myself now. I'm doing very good, you guys. When I went to Ulta tonight, right? Because people steal stuff in the bathrooms. I put the eyebrow liner up at the counter just to make sure that nobody even thought I was going to steal. That's how bad I don't want to steal. And, anyways, they start trying to get me out of there. And that's when things got really bad, and that's when I got hysterical. I had even been writing all these things every day. I would make him videos and stuff to say to him, and things to tell him, stuff about his shows to catch him up on what's going on, so he felt like a real person. He didn't feel like someone in the hospital dying. I wanted him to feel normal. That's all I wanted. I know he was in pain, but I at least wanted to comfort him mentally, and that's why I felt like I needed to be there so badly. And my dad said maybe he didn't want me to see him in that condition, and when they finally started to let me visit him, but that's because the tube got taken out of his goddamn throat, and he could actually say, "Where's Chelsea?" That's the only fucking reason. If not, I don't think I couldn't have left it into those people's hands if he was gonna die on that operating table. That's why I had to do that. I had to do that day. I had to. No matter what happened, I had to go see him for one last time. And that's what I did, and they dragged me out of there. They didn't drag me. I walked on my own, but it was close to getting dragged. Fucking, I just looked at that woman in the eyes, and I was just like, do you see how much I love this person, right? So you're going to let me stay here with him, right? You see how much he means to me. I don't care about your goddamn rules to cover your ass. You see how much I love this person. Do you see it in my eyes? Okay, then I'm staying right here, aren't I? No, because she's got rules to follow. Sweetest woman ever. And you know what? God damn it, dude. Why can't I stop caring about other people so much? I felt more sorry for her having to throw this young little girl out who loves the man that's dying. She had blonde curly hair. I remember that. And the sweetest if it wasn't for her voice that day, they would have dragged me out. Because it was only her voice. Like this, sweetie. That was calming me down. It was. And I've also said this about Larry's death, at least. And one positive thing I can think of is the day he died. Well, actually, no, he died the next day, which I thought he was already dead because they told me that they pulled the plug, and I didn't know his body still survived till 10 o'clock that night. That's how bad. That's how much he held on to this world. That's how much his physical body clung. And I would love to think it's because me in Boston. And I'm sure it was, and that's why I truly think that if I could have been there beside him, I could have saved him. And I don't believe in it. It's meant to happen a certain way. I only believe that it does happen a certain way. The whole things happen for a reason, that's complete bullshit if you ask me. Things happen because of a reason, and then it ripples. But it's never predetermined reason unless you're able to predetermine that reason, but your reasoning was predetermined for you. Does that make sense?